So Janta, welcome once again to my channel Puzzle Pandit, and today we are here with another Sudoku variant puzzle. This is a mixture of Yin Yang and doublers, and this one is by Sujoy, Sujoyku. Oh, okay, so combination of Sudoku and Joy maybe Sujoyku. Okay, good, good. I like that. And its name is Quitte O double. Now I don't know. Doesn't except double. I did not understand the meaning of other. Quitte O. Okay. I don't know what language that is. But anyway, this is about the doublers. Uh, from the double L, you can see that. Okay, I should have checked the meaning of this. What is in English? But yeah, I'm sorry for that. Next time I'll check the meanings of the thing. But anyway, so this one has 3-star difficulty, medium difficulty, and very good rating. So let's read the rules. So normal Sudoku rules apply. That is each row, column, and 3 by 3 regions. That means each row, column, and then 3 by 3 regions must contain the digits 1 to 9 exactly once without any repetition. All right. Now the Yin Yang rules. Shade some cells such that all the shaded cells are orthogonally connected. All unshaded cells are orthogonally connected, and no 2 by 2 area is fully shaded or fully unshaded. So these are again the standard yin yang variation. So what does this mean is that we have to divide the entire grid into two parts. One is shaded and one is unshaded, and they should follow certain rules. So let's say this is shaded part, and the everything else. All right, let's say everything else is unshaded. So let's say this is shaded and yellow is unshaded. Yeah, maybe we'll change the shaded color. So let's say this is shaded and this is unshaded. So what does it mean that we have to uh, change the grade? I mean, divide the entire grade into two, shaded or unshaded. But there should be certain rules that should be maintained. The first is that no 2 by 2 area, right? No by 2 area is fully shaded or fully unshaded. So, for example, if you shade this, right? If you shade this, this won't be allowed because if you see this 2 by 2 is fully shaded, so that is not allowed, and also unshaded is also not allowed. So if you, let's say, unshade this area, right, if you make this area as unshaded or this cell as unshaded, then this 2 by 2 is fully unshaded, so that is not allowed. So those are the rules, and also it has to be orthogonally connected, right? So so something like this is not allowed. I mean, even though you say that this is connected, it's not connected orthogonally. Orthogonally means at least it should be sharing one edge. So these two are sharing this edge, these two are sharing this edge, that way. So this kind of, you cannot call this as a connected area. So that's not that will not work. So those are the rules of yin yang. Anything else? Orthogonally, all unshaded cells are on. No 2 by 2 area is fully shaded or unshaded. So that's the rules for the yin yang. Now the doubler. So place one doubler cell in each row, column, and 3 by 3 region. Right. So there are some cells which are doubler, and those doubler cells occurs like in each row there will be one doubler cell. In each column there is one doubler cell, and then each 3 by 3 box there is one doubler cell. So clearly there are 9 doubler cells. The value of a doubler cell is double its digit. Okay. So whatever the value of that cell is double than what that digit is there. So let's say this is a doubler and the value, the digit is 3. The digit is 3. So the actual value of this cell is 6, and that will come into picture. The value, the use of this value when we are talking about killer gauges maybe. No two doubler cells may contain identical digits. That is, each digit from 1 to 9 is in exactly one doubler cell, right? So I think that was kind of normally happens when you have doubler rules, like in each cell, each column, and each 3 by 3 box, you should have one doubler. So one more constraint on doubler is that in the doubler cell, so let's say that is one doubler, the other doubler may be here. So if there is 3 here, you cannot have 3 in this doubler cell. You must have something different. Let's say there is a one doubler here, then again you cannot have 3 here. Um, let's say this is 5, so you cannot have 3 and 5 here. You could have any other digit in this doubler value. So that's how the doubler works. You should have the doubler should not repeat, in simple case. Now killer cages, digits in a cage do not repeat. Okay, so those are normal rules for the killer cages. This dash boxes, right? Those are called as killer cages, and you should put digits here such that those should not repeat. So yeah, let's take this, right? So by normal Sudoku rule, this and this could be same, but now because these are in a single cell, this digit and this digit should also be different. The clue in the top left indicates the sum of all the unshaded values minus the sum of all the shaded values. Okay. In other words, shaded cells are considered as containing negative numbers. Note that the doubler affects both positive and negative values. That is, if a shaded doubler cell contains the digit x, its value is minus 12. Okay. All right. So basically, what it means is that the killer cells, right? It is the sum of uh, all the unshaded values minus shaded values, and the shaded values are negative. Okay, so the first thing is shaded values are negative, right? So if we have 2 here, so actual value this will be minus 2. If we have 1 here, the actual value this is minus 1. And now let's say this is a doubler, so the actual value of this is minus 2. So the value of these two cells together will be 2 minus 2 will be minus 4. So that way. And then to make this, so of course this 25 is not possible because then this will be something else. So maybe that's bad example. Let's take this example. So let's assume that this is a doubler cell. All right, this is a doubler cell, and that is negative. Again, that's not possible. Maybe I have to take something different. Yeah, let's say this is a doubler cell. So this is positive, right? So if let's say you put 2 here, so actually this value is 4, and now to make this as 10, this negative is again not possible. Okay, so I'm taking very bad examples here. So this will be now 6. So if you, I mean, on eyes, I mean, when you look without doubler, this sum seems to be 8. But now because without doubler, this seems to be 8. But now because of this is doubler, the actual value of this is 4, and the value is this is 6. So this become 10. And the same thing goes on the negative. Yeah, negative, right? So let's say this is shaded, right? Let's say this is shaded, so this is a negative, right? So that means let's say if you have and even this is also, let's assume that this is also negative. So and let's say this is doubler, so whatever value is here, so let's say the value here is 5. So what will the value here is? So this is now doubler, so this is negative 5, double of negative 5, which is 10. So that means this must be 4, so that negative 10 plus negative 4, there will be become 14. So that's how the this puzzle is going. So those are the rules. I mean, uh, so looks. I mean, while reading, it looks quite difficult to understand, but it's actually not that difficult to understand. Once you just put some examples and get your heads around this. So and anyway, I mean, these are kind of see in any yin yang, right? You should have there is a something that should distinguish between what is where the shading goes and where the unshaded areas go. So sometimes there are the circles and squares are there, where the circle says that the number of cells it is seeing of the same type. The circle says that the number of cells it is seeing in the surrounding 3 by 3 area. So that kind of thing is always there. Some way of marking shading and unshading. So in this case, it is this total the killer cages, which is useful for distinguishing between shading and unshading. And then on top of that, there is doubler, which is the double, whichever is the doubler cell is double the value, irrespective of it is positive or negative. So if positive cell, the value is double of positive. If negative cell, the value of double of negative. So those are the rules, and with that rule, I am starting. So I hope you guys also will start and will able to finish that. And if not, you can come back and watch this video, and this video will be useful to you. Right. So okay. So before actually jumping to the puzzle, let's put some ground rules for the yin yang. So yin yang, now we know that we have to divide the grid into two parts, shaded and unshaded, without 2 by 2. So some of the corollary or side effects of that is that you will never have some checker pattern in yin yang. So something like this is never possible. That the in any 2 by 2 area, the diagonal cells are of one type and the other diagonal cell is of two type. That will never happen. And the simple reason is that whichever way, right? So we know that both shaded and unshaded should be connected. So whichever way you try to connect the shaded area, however complicated, the you can never uh, you know you can never reach this unshaded area. You can never make this unshaded area touch with the, or the vice versa. If you try to get to the shaded area by any possible means, you can never make these unshaded areas touch each other. So this kind of pattern will never occur. So we should be avoiding this pattern. The other thing is that about the borders, right? See these borders. Um, Let me just color this border. So this border also must have some kind of certain coloring or shading and unshading pattern. Um, so what will happen is that you will never have something like this is shaded, right? Okay, I'll just remove this color. So it will never happen that some part of this border is shaded, then some part is unshaded, and then again some part is shaded, and then some part is unshaded. So this kind of pattern in border is not possible. You can only have one of shaded stream or one of unshaded stream, and it's the same thing. So whichever way you try to connect these shaded areas, there is no way you are going to connect these unshaded areas. That's the simple reason that there is only one shaded strip. So this is something like this is possible, that there is only one strip of shaded, unshaded, and one strip of shaded. So only that's the possibility. Or maybe it's everything is shaded or everything is unshaded. That is possible, but you can never have something like some is shaded, some is unshaded, and then some is again shaded. So that kind of thing is not possible. So those are the yin yang base rules. Mm, so normally what we do, right, in the Yin Yang, because of the border rules, we try to figure out at least two cells which are kind of shaded or unshaded, and then if we can make the entire border fully shaded or unshaded, that kind of thing we look for. So for here, right, yeah, so right, so negative or zero means there has to be some kind of shading involved in that, right? Because otherwise both will be positive and negative is not possible. So that means there is some kind of shading is involved here and some kind of shading is involved here. Um, but now we don't know that whether that is shaded or that is shaded. So if, for example, that is shaded, then maybe everything of this could be shaded. Or if these two are shaded, then this could be shaded, something like that. Okay. Right. I think these both are unshaded. These both are unshaded because, right. See, so what will happen is that, right, we know that either, so in 14, right, either both are shaded or unshaded. But in -1, definitely there is one shaded and there is one unshaded, right? We definitely know that there is one shaded and one unshaded. But in 14, there could be both unshaded or one shaded or one unshaded, right? But there is definitely some unshading in some shading involved in 14 and some shading involved in -1. So now the thing is it possible that these two are shaded and it's like that, right? So that's not possible because that will make everything of these shaded, right? Okay, so it's not possible that these are all shaded and then this is unshaded, right? So that's not possible because then everything of these, right, those all will be negative. So that's not possible. So that means this has to be shaded, this is shaded, and that's unshaded. Maybe I'll change the color for shading here. Now I don't know here, it could be both shaded or unshaded, but this is definitely shaded. Yeah, right. You cannot have everything of this as the shaded, but maybe yeah, but that will be unshaded, right? See, for example, if this is shaded, this is definitely unshaded because you can only have one strip. You cannot have shaded, unshaded, shaded, unshaded. And we know that there is definitely one shaded and one unshaded here. Otherwise, you can't have -1. Uh, so if this is shaded and this is unshaded, right, you will have to make everything of this is shaded. Yeah, that's not possible, and that means this is definitely unshaded, and this is shaded. Now we don't know where this shading goes till what point this shading goes, because these both could be shaded and the unshaded could be this. But definitely all these are shaded. All these are shaded. So even that is shaded, because this has to be shaded. Now imagine if this is unshaded, right? Um, then this is shaded, and then again we will have two strips. Okay, let me show that. Okay. Now it may possible that 14 have some unshaded area in that. So let's say it is this, but now this is not possible, because then we know that this is shaded, and then you already have two strips of shading or unshaded. So that's definitely not possible. That means this is definitely shaded, and now you can only have one strip of shading. So that means all this is shaded, and that automatically means that this is unshaded, because you cannot have 2 by 2 area as a fully shaded. So this is unshaded. Uh, Hmm. You can have some of shading here. Right? So now I'm thinking, I'm checking this unshaded till where it is going, this unshaded area. But I don't think I can figure it out, because yeah, this could be unshaded, right? This could be shading, could be here, shading could also be in 15. So 25 is interesting, because 25, even you take the maximum digit, right, which is 789, the sum is 24. That means there is some doubler must be involved here, so that the sum can go beyond 24, even if negative is involved. In fact, negative is involved, the doubler value must be high, but one of the doubler must be here. That's for sure. Otherwise, the maximum sum is 789, which is still 24, which is not possible. Uh, that means 10 do not have any doubler. Right. So if 10 do not have any doubler, these both must be positive, right? Because if any of this negative, see, imagine if this is shadowed and this is unshadowed, that means this is negative. So even if it is minimum 1, this must be 11, right, to make the sum 10. So that's not possible. That means both of these must be now positive, and that means we know that positive in the sense of unshaded, and that means now we know that we have only one strip of unshaded. All these should be shaded, unshaded, sorry. Um, that could be negative. We don't know. Yeah, something is going on with this zero, right? Let me just, there are four zeros, right? I noticed that. These four zeros, right? And these all have two cells, four zeros. Now, clearly zero means, let's just take example of this, right? Zero means one of these must be shaded and one of these is unshaded. Otherwise, zero is not possible. But even beyond that, to have zero, right? Both these values must be same. But how can this be same? That will not be possible with the Sudoku rule. So you cannot have positive 4 here and negative 4 here. That means one of this has to be doubler, which is the small value. I don't know which is, it could be negative as well as positive, and the other must be then the double of that value. So all the doublers definitely are inside this. So all this definitely contains one of the doubler, and for doubler we can use this red color to mark the doubler. Right. So one of the doubler is here. Clearly, we can only have one doubler in this each row and each box, or let's say each house. That means if one of the doubler is here, none of this is doubler, right? And that means definitely this is doubler. That means definitely this is not doubler. And we know that one doubler is here, right? Of 20, because of 25. That means this is doubler now, isn't it? And if that's doubler, that is not doubler, and that means this is doubler. So we got three doublers. But we don't know whether the value that's positive or negative. But these are doublets for sure. The fourth doublet is here. Oh, that's negative, right? Hmm, but we don't know whether now this is positive or not. Okay. Minus 23 is also interesting, right? Because 23 is very high value, and you have one positive. So, and there is no doubler involved here. So I think the only possible way is that this is 1 and the rest are 7, 8, 9 which are negative. That's the only possible value, because those are the only maximum value. Negative 7, 8, 9 will give you minus 24, and positive 1 will give you 1. So together they will be 23. Yeah, I think that's the only one. So this is definitely 1. Okay, I'm removing that. This is definitely 1. This is 7, 8, 9. Now remember, all the shaded cells are connected. That means this has to come out to get connection with this, or with any of the other connected cells. You cannot have this as an island. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 1. Yeah, right, this 0, right? So we check that, right? These zeros, one has to be single value and the one has to be double value. But the double value cannot be between 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Because I mean the single value, which is the doubler. In doubler, now you cannot have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because then this value will go into the double digit. So that means this value must be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And so that this could be single digit values. So if this is 2, 3, 4, this must be 4, 6, 8, which is double of this, and this could be 2, 4, 6, 8, which could be double of this. 7, 8, 9, right? That means this is not also 8, and if this cannot be 8, this cannot be 4. So that's 2, 3, or 4, 6. 25, this is doubler, right? And now we know that. Oh, wait, now another interesting thing, right? Both this cannot be unshaded. So all of this cannot be unshaded. First of all, right. I should have thought that first. First of all, can doubler be negative, right? That's not possible, right? Because if doubler is negative, these two cannot, even if unshaded, it's not possible that they will go beyond the value of 10, 25. So definitely doubler is shaded, unshaded, and that means this is unshaded. So, and that means this is shaded to avoid the 2 by 2 pattern. And now this must be now unshaded. Uh, and now I think this must be constant, right? Because 25 is a high number. Even with the doubler of 9, right? Let's say you have 9 here, that is 18. 18 means these two now must be 7. And with 1 here, this must be 8. Yeah, that's the only possibility here, right? Because even if you have 8 here, that will be 16. These two must be 9. But even with 1 here, then that will go to 8. That's not possible. Okay. So these are the optimum values here. This 9 is the doubler here. This negative is 1 here, and that is 8. Okay. So yeah, that's the only possible values here. That's correct. So this is 918. So that's not 8, means that's not 4. That's not 1, means that's not 2. And now this must come out, right? Because this is also unshaded. So yeah, so now we know that this is negative, this is positive, so this is small one. Yeah, we already know that that is small. But then this has to be positive now, right? Yeah, to make the sum 0. So is this going up here? I don't know. But now look, 4, 6, 4, 6. That may impact 10, because 10 already could be limited. Now 10 could be, it cannot be 1, 9, it cannot be 2, 8. Now 10 in a normal killer cage with two values can be either 1, 9, can be 2, 8, can be 3, 7, or 4, 6. Now 2, 8 is not possible because of this. 1, 9 is already gone here. So this is either 3, 7, or 4, 6. Right? But look, 4, 6, 4, 6 is gone here. So 4, 6 cannot be here. And that means 4, 6 also cannot be here, because this is in the 10th. So that's 3, 7, 3, 7. Uh, this one is also interesting, because there is no doubler here, right? Because of this, there is no doubler here. Um, So clearly there must be some negative going on here, or some shading is there. In fact, here also some shading is there. In fact, there is at least one shaded region and one unshaded cell in both of these, but we don't know where. And do we know anything about doubler now? Nope. That's 2, 3, that's 4, 6, but this could be positive, negative anyway. This could, mm, right, these both 2, 3 are different, right? Because of these 4, 6. If these are same, these 4, 6 will be same. So these 2, 3 are different. So that will put some restrictions here, right? These cannot be 2, 3, right? Because of these 2, 3, these cannot be 2, 3. So it is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is between 5, 7, 8, 9. Mm, this could come here as well as it could go there. I don't know. Minus 14 and minus 12. Oh, wait. So these are also now interesting, right? Because see, we know that this must be now between 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if I mean one of the 1, 2, 3, 4 digit must be here. Because if 5 is there, 5, 6, 7, 8 as a single value, the other value will be double digit. That's not possible. But between 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3 is gone here, right? So that means these both must consist of 1 and 4 as a small digit. So they are only possibly 1 to 4. That's not 1, and that means that cannot be 2, right? Because 1 is the single value we are talking about. 1, 2, 4, 8, 4, 6, 8. Hmm. Now what am I supposed to look at? Minus 14. Minus 14 could be anything, right? High value. Hmm. Oh, this has to be both positive, right? Because there is no doubler, so negative is not possible. Even if one negative is there, they both must be zero. I mean, the positive value will be definitely more than 12, so that's not possible. So they both must be positive, and that means everything here is positive. Okay. So that means this is now negative shaded. This is now positive to get this proper value, and now this must escape, right? So this is there, and now to avoid this checker pattern, right? This must be uh, shaded, unshaded. Sorry. Yeah, this is now shaded to avoid this 2 by 2. And now this must be unshaded, right? Because this value is positive. This is negative. All are negative. That's not possible. So this is definitely uh, unshaded. Now this shading should come out. So this is shaded. Again, this shading should come out. So it is like this. And now because of this 1, 1, right? Again, in this 1, something should be positive. So this has to be unshaded. 4, 6, 4, 6. So 2, 3. 2, 3 cannot be here also, right? Hmm, that's difficult. 12. 12 is also kind of limited because of 4, 6. Let's just put everything in 12. So what is the possibility of 12? It's either 9, 3, 4, 8 or 5, 7, right? But clearly that's not 9. That means that cannot be 3. And that's not 4. That means that cannot be 8. So 5, 7, 8, 9. 5, 7, 8, 9. 4, 6, 4, 6. 3, 7, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. 5, 7, 8, 9, 5, 7, 8, 9, 3, 7. Okay. But none of these is also 4, 6, right? 2, 3, 2, 3. Where else I'm supposed to be looking at? Anything I'm missing? Oh, this has to now come out, right? Okay. This is now getting between these two. So that's negative. So now definitely some positive must be there here, but we don't know how. Uh, this can come out from here as well as from here. I don't know. Some negative must be there, but both cannot be negative, right? Oh, this has to be positive, right? How? Because of this pattern. This has to be now unshaded, right? Otherwise, this will be 2 by 2 pattern. And now this is really high, right? Minus 14 is really high. So yeah, so this must be doubler now, right? The negative part, because minus 14, even if you put 1 here, this must be 15 in value. So that's not possible, right? Without the doubler. So this is definitely doubler, and this is negative doubler. Now it has to be more than 7, double of 7. So this is only 8 9. Um, and now that is, if this is at 16, this must be 2, and if this is 9, this must be 18. So this is 4. So this is between 2 4 and 8 9. And this is 7 8 9 triplet we got here. Okay. This must now come out, right? 2 4 8 9 2 4 8 9 2 4, right? 8 9 7 8 9 7 8 9. Oh, 7 8 9 7 8 9. Can I just simply put all the digits there? I don't think that will be useful. Hmm. 2 is one of this, right? I don't see 2 anywhere. So 2 is definitely one of this. Uh, that can't be 9 now, right? See, minimum this is 2 now, because 1 is 1. Minimum this is 2. If this is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11, and this will be 12. So that cannot be 9. In fact, I think 8 is doubtful, because if this is 8, minimum this is 2, and this will be 11 to make this one. Yeah, so this is only 5 or 7. Mm. 5 or 7, right? So yeah, so this is kind of lot constraint. So if this is 7, right? If that's 7, this will become 9. Now 7 is also not possible, right? Because minimum this is 2, right? So 7 plus 2 is minus 9, and this will become 10. Yeah, that's not possible. So this has to be 5. 5 means, yeah, so 5 is gone from here, and this is 12, right? So if 5 is gone from here, 7 is gone from here, and if 5 is gone, oh, okay. Basically 5 7, we can simply remove 5 7 from here. Now this become 8 9 and 3 4. Oh, 8 9 8 9. Okay, that is also interesting. Just remember that 8 9 8 9 is here. Uh, 7 8 9 7 8 9 7 8 8 9. Oh, that means 7 is one of these, right? Because of this 8 9 now, 7 becomes one of this, and that's not 7. That's 8 9. So now what is the possibility of this? We can think of this. If this is 5, that is minimum 2. That will be 8 or 9, right? Or this could be 2 or 3. Yeah, that's correct, right? If this is 2, that's from 2 minus 7. So to make one, this is 8 9. And if this is 3, it will be. So now we got 8 9 8 9. Is this removing anything? But no, but 2 3 2 3 definitely removing. We found here that's 7, that's 3, that's 2, that's 2 gives rise to that's 4. That's 4 means that's 6. This must be half of this. This 3, this 2. 2 means we know that 5 plus 2 is 7. So this has to be now 8. This has to be 3, and this has to be 9. Now because of this 9, this has to be 8, and we know that 8 means this has to be 2 to get this minus 14. So that's 2. Okay, none of that's it, and that clearly means that has to be it. And we can remove this pencil mark also. Now none of that's it, right? Because of this, that means this is one to pair, and we know that one has to come here, and two has to come here because this is not now four it, and two is not doubler. One is a doubler one, and that means two has to be positive to get this zero. See, so till now, right? If you see, right, this puzzle is approachable. It's not that difficult. Of course, you have to do some kind of mental mathematics like this, but I think it's very much approachable. So yeah, this is some nice construction, especially with these zero kind of things, right? It's not terribly difficult. Uh, so now, yeah, now this has to come out, right? We know that this is positive, so this has to come out. Um, yeah, it could go here or as well. Oh, this must be now to avoid 3 by 3 pattern. This must be dark or shadow. Now to avoid the pattern, this must be now shadow, right? Yeah, we don't know what that. I mean, we don't know whether this is doubler or not. Oh, but now 4 8 is remaining, right? 1 2 is gone here, so this is 4 8. So 4 is not here. Where is 4? That's the only for 4, right? Yeah. So what are these two now? 1 2, right? So where is 2 here? That has to be 2 by Sudoku, and that has to be 5. Uh, oh, this one now, right? Should we simply put all the digits and see what has happened? Uh, yeah, 5 digits, right? Maybe we can do that because it's the same thing, something like here. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, right? 1 4 6 7 9. Is that correct? 1 4 6 7 9. Yeah, 5 digits. 1 4 6 7 9, right? That's not 4 or 9, and that's not 1. Can that can't be 9, right? Because if that's 9, that will be 10, and this will be 11. So that's not definitely 9. Uh, can that be 4? 4 is not possible, right? Because minimum this is 5 minus 5, right? Minimum. So 4 is not possible here. 6 is still possible, right? Is 7 possible here? So can I say one has to be here? Yeah, one has to be one of these, right? Because if one is not there, the next is 6 4, which is 10, and this has to be 11. So that's not possible. So one has to be one of these. Um, is there something that is not one? We don't know how this 12 is going, right? Yeah, we even don't know what is happening here, positive or negative. One of these has to be negative, right? Because of this. Mm, I'm just looking at pattern if I'm getting any pattern. This should come out, but I don't know from here or here. Oh, this is negative, right? That means this has to be positive. But doubler could be still one of these. We don't know which one is doubler. And now this could be anything. Oh, but 15. Okay, I have to maybe start the sum now. I'm starting the killer calculator because I think now 15 is also pretty much constrained. It cannot have 4 3 7 8. It cannot have 4 3 7 8. It cannot have 8. It cannot have 4. It cannot have 8. Uh, it cannot have 7. It cannot have 8. It cannot have 7. It cannot have 4. Right? It cannot have 4 3 7 8. The only possibility is 159 here, isn't it? Am I correct? 159. Yeah, that's the only possibility. Otherwise, the combination of 168 is not possible. 249 is not possible. Yeah, the only possibility is 159 here. That's the only possibility. And that means these digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 6, 8, right? And that's not 2, we know that. In fact, this has to be doubler now, right? By Sudoku. Doubler cannot be here, doubler cannot be here, doubler has to be here. But this and this cannot be double. So this is, oh, and in fact, this is 8. 8 is already gone. Yeah, 8 is already gone as a doubler. So this has to be 6. Wow. So that's not 6. And that's not 6. Okay, so from somewhere, just using doubler, we got this value as 6. So doubler is one of this. We don't know where doubler is here, right? Oh, doubler is one of this. 12 must have also doubler, right? Minus 12. Am I wrong in saying that? No, both could be negative. No, both cannot be negative. Oh, okay. Again, this has to be doubler, right? Both cannot be negative, right? Because then, I mean shadowed. Because then all these four will be shadowed. That's not possible. So here also, one is shadowed and one is unshadowed, right? Uh, but that means whatever is the negative value is going to exceed, because even if the positive value is 1, the negative value must be minus 13. So that means that has to be doubler. So there has to be doubler here, and where is that p? It cannot be here. So this has to be doubler, this has to be negative, and this has to be positive to avoid the pattern. So now what is the possibility? We have gone, so the only possible value is 7 here, right? We know that it cannot be 1, 2, 4, 6, and it should be something more than 6, more than 6, right? Because of 12. So the only possibility is 8 and 9 is gone, so only possibility is 7. So that's 7, and that has to be now 2 to get the value properly. Now this has to be dark to avoid the pattern, 2 by 2 pattern here. This should go out, so that means this has to be positive. To avoid the pattern again, this has to be dark. Okay, so that's not 7. Is that anything interesting? That's not 7. So, so is 1 possible here? So 1 is not possible here, right? If this is 1, this is 2, nothing is possible. This has to be 1, right? Because we know that one of these must be 1, but 1 is not possible here. Because if this is 1, uh, if this is 6, this must be 8 here. So that's not going to happen. So that's not 1, and we know that 1 is definitely here. So now this must be 1 more than this. And the only thing I am seeing is 7 here and 6 here, right? No, 2 more than this. Sorry, I'm sorry. This must be 2 more than, because this is 1, right? This must be 2 more than this. And that way, the only thing I'm seeing, 6, 4, and 9, 7. So 6 here, 4 here, 9 here, 7. So 7 is of no use here, and 6 is of no use here. Okay. 6, 9, 4, 7. These are also 6, 9, 4, 7, right? 4, 7, 6, 9. Okay, let's just put that 4, 7, 6, 9. But again, you see that 4 and 9 are of no use here. 6, 7, 6, 7, 4, 7, 4, 6, 7. Oh, okay. So definitely 9 and 4 both are here. Okay. 9 is here and 4 is here. That's obvious. That's anyway obvious using Sudoku also. So not big deal. Uh, what else can we do now? 4, 8. Uh, yeah, we don't know, right? Whichever. Yeah, how are we going to now figure out which? Oh, so this 4, 8 must be now uh, resolved using Sudoku, right? Because we don't know which one is positive, which one is negative. Yeah, can we just do some Sudoku? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's not 8, and that's not 7. 6, 7, 6, 7. So where is 8 here? Yeah, so that's 8. That's why Sudoku is important. 7, 9, 7, 9. This is, oh, 7, 9, 7, 9, right? So this has to be 6, this has to be 7. Oh, that's 7 now resolve this, right? This must be 4. This is now 2 more than 4, right? So that's 6, that's 9. And now these 3 digits, right? This must be 1, 2, 3, 4. 157, right? And that's not 1 because of this 157. 9, can 9 be negative? Yeah, not possible, right? If 9 is negative, this must sum to 15. Possible. If 9 is negative, this must sum to 15. That could be 7, 8. Just possible. So, so in terms of doubler, there is one doubler here, right? And 5 has to be here, right? Because the only value of doubler remaining is 5. We have done all, right? 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 5 is remaining, so that is not 5. That could be 10. Okay. Uh, Maybe this one. 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, right? These two are right. So we got some x wing of 5, right? So that means 5 is one of these, right? And that cannot be 5. 5 is one of this, okay. Mm, oh, 4, 8 is here, so that cannot be 8. That's 2. That's 8. 5 is one of this. Sometimes what happens is that this is not colored, right? So you just take this as a single pencil mark 5, but then you have to remember that 5 is here, something is colored here. 5, 7, 9, 6. Okay, where I am supposed to look next? One of these is dark. This should come out, right? But I don't know, it could be from here or here. Don't see any pattern also. What is next that I'm supposed to look at? One is here. Maybe these four things. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 4, 5, 6. Is that correct? Yeah, none of this is 1, and that's not 6. Uh, that cannot be 5, right? Because of 3, 5. Yeah, that can't be 5. 1, 4, 6. So 1 is one of these, right? Which is negative. Is this positive, negative? I don't know. 6, can this 6 be both positive? 2, 4 or 1, 5? 1, 5 is not possible. Is 2, 4 possible? No, even 2, 4 is not possible, right? So there is some negative here, isn't it? See, if this is positive, right? If this is both unshaded, the only possibility here is 1, 5 and 2, 4. But 2 looking at both these, 2, 4 is not possible, and 1, 5 looking at this 1, 5 is not possible. So there is some negative here. And there is no doubler involved. So the positive part is definitely more than 6, which is 7, 8 or 9. And negative part is small, which is 1, 2, 3. Maybe if I just put all these things, maybe it is clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 3, 4, 6, 9. Okay. And again, that's not 6. 1, 9. Okay. So I'm stuck here now. Is it this double 8? So now this must be 6, right? Because double 6, which is 12, is gone here. So it must sum to 6. And one of the negative is definitely here, because if they both are unshaded, we will have 2 by 2 pattern. Not helping much, I think. So where am I supposed to look at next? 9. 9 is positive or negative? If 9 is negative, right? Oh, this could be now double or positive, right? Come on. If 9 is positive, oh, 9 cannot be positive, right? 9 has to be negative here. If 9 is positive, oh, this could be negative with 9. Okay, even that's possible. Sure. So that means then this must be 3 total, negative 3. That's possible. That's possible. Okay, so what am I supposed to look at now? This guy can go, this also can go anywhere. One of these is negative, we know that. Sudoku is Sudoku helping? Maybe it just take 7, 1. 1, we know that one of these is 1. Oh, this has to be unshaded, right? It's a border, right? Border must be all of the same color, so this is unshaded. Uh, right. And that means that has to be shaded, right? To avoid the pattern. Okay. Uh, right. So these both are negative, these both are positive. And one is definitely there. Okay. Okay. This is very good. See, so one is definitely here, right? So if 4 is here along with 1, what is the minimum? What is that? That's 5. And can you have 5 here? No, even with the minimum, you have 3, 4 here, right? Which is 7. So minimum here should be 7 because the minimum here is 7. And the only way for to achieve that is remove 4 from here, which will become 7. And this is 3 or 4, 3 and 4, which is 7. That's the only combination. So that means that has to be 3, that has to be 4. And that gives a lot of values here, right? That 5 is removed, 3 and 4 is removed, 6 and 9 is here, 4 is removed from here. Again that 5 removes from here, and we know that 5 is doubler, right? Here, that means this cannot be doubler, this is doubler. uh, right, this is doubler, so that is not doubler now. Okay. And doubler, we know that smaller number is doubler, right? So that's smaller number, that's it. And that we know is positive 4. uh, yeah, so now doubler, oh, we don't know whether this is positive number. Maybe we can come from here. So this 6 now cannot be positive, right? It has to be negative. No, no, this cannot be negative. This has to be positive because if this is negative, this is a lot of, I mean, at least 12 positive. That's not possible. So this has to be positive. Now this cannot be 6, right? Because then this will be 0. So that has to be 9. That has to be 3, and that has to be now negative 3. That 9 gives 1 here. That removes 1 from here. 5 is still one of these 5, 9. Oh, so that 9 gives 3 here. That gives 6 here. Some more Sudoku we can do. That's 6, that's 1. None of that 6. Normally I don't keep pencil mark on, but today I thought I'll keep it on. Uh, yeah, this has to now meet here, right? Otherwise this will be single standard. Single, what is island. This is connected, this is connected. Oh, now to avoid the pattern, this must be dark. Now to avoid the pattern, this must be dark. Oh, so now 5 becomes dark, which is, oh, so now this becomes kind of simple, right? Because now 5 becomes dark. So, first of all, let's do that. This is now unshaded, right? To avoid the pattern. But now because the 5 becomes dark, the value of this is minus 10. And the total value should be 6. So value of this must be positive 6. The only possibility is they both are positive. This is 9 and this is 7. And what is this kind of 7? Okay, that's 7, sorry. And that's not 7. And we got here something called a chocolate teapot, or as I called as Amar Akbar Anthony. But now this is both positive. Now we cannot have a checker pattern here, right? So that means this has to be um, unshaded. Mm, yeah, what next, Sudoku? What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 and 9, right? But I think 6 here. I see 6 here. So that has to be 6. That has to be 9. um, any more? Yeah, you can have a lot of Sudoku here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 7, 8, right? I can clearly see that that's 8. That's 2. That's 7. Mm, I don't know the shading of this, right? Oh, this should escape, right? Because of that project. So it should escape. So at least that much is dark. We know that. Afterwards, I don't know where it is going. Uh, this 7 and 4 5 is not doing anything. So we got all the doublers, right? Okay, that's good. That's great. Uh, yeah, can't do anything, right, with patterns here. 5 7, right? So we know that this is 4 5 7, right? 4 5 7. Oh, that's not 5 or 7. So that has to be 4. That cannot be 4. That's 5 7. 4 4. These two numbers, right? I see 1 and 9, right? 1 9. Not 9. Sorry. 1 and 6. Okay, 1 and 6. So these three must be now. In fact, these three anyway now. 1 2 3 5 9. 3 5 9. That's not 9 and that's not 5. Another chocolate teapot. um, yeah, this should come out. I know that. This should go out, but I don't know from where. 8 is interesting. Why? Now we know that if that's negative or that's shaded, all these are shaded because you can only have one strip of shaded or unshaded. And if that's unshaded, all these are unshaded. So that shaded is definitely not possible, right? Because minimum this will be 1 here, 2, 3, which is 8 plus 5, 13, and this will be minus 14. So definitely this is shaded. And considering this 8, can this be unshaded? Yeah, that's fine, right? Because this will be 8 to 10 and this could be 11 in any way. 1 6 1 7. Maybe this 0 or maybe this 18. I don't know. Yeah, let's check this 0. 0 is simple to do the mathematics. So this is what 5 numbers, right? 1. Wow, none of this is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 3, 6, 7, 9. Okay, that's correct, right? 1 is not here. 2, 4, 5, 8, 3, 6, 7, 9, right? So none of that's 3, 6. And that's not 6. So 3, 6, 7, 0. 7, 9 is positive. So this must now sum to negative 7 or negative 9 or whatever. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong places. I don't know. This is again 1 is not here. So 2 is not here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Right? Uh, yeah, that's not 6. That's not 6 or 8. And that's not 8. So 6 is one of this. Can I say that 6 is one of this? Okay. Hmm. Wait, 5 7 7 and 5 9. Is that triplet? Yeah, that's triplet, right? So none of these could be 5, 7 or 9. So there is no 7, 9 and there is no 5. So that is 3, 6, 4, 6. Now this should be at least a bit easy, right? That's positive 7. 6 is there. 6 cannot be positive now, right? 6 has to be negative. So if 7 is positive, 6 is definitely negative. 6 is negative, that remains 1. 6, 3, 6 and oh no, could be 3, 4 and 9 also, right? No, but 6 is one of these, right? Otherwise, if 6 is not here, do not have 6 here, right? 6 is one of these. So the only possibility is 9 and 3, 6. Right? So the only possibility is 9, 3 and 6, and this both 3, 6 is negative. I don't see there is any possibility. So that gives 7 here, that gives 1 here. And I think we are approaching the end of this puzzle except this part. That's 4, that's 8, that's 7, that's 5, that's 4. Yeah, the chocolate teapot is now useful. That's 5. That's 9. That means that has to be 5. That's not 5. That's 3. That's 9. um, this has to now still come out, right? So both this has to be positive. These two numbers, right? One has to be 2, 3, right? So that's 3. That's 2. Yeah, clearly this has to be negative now, right? Because 4, 3, 2 is negative 9 plus 8 minus 1. So this has to be negative. Uh, this has to be positive because to avoid the pattern, this has to be negative now. Now this should meet here, right? Yeah, that's right. This should meet here, but it could be like this also, could be like this. I don't know. Okay, I think it comes down to here, right? What are these trees? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? And that's 5. That's 4. Now remember, this should be uh, 6. Clearly, one of these must be negative. Anyway, it has to be because of this pattern. So one of this is negative. Would that be negative? Whatever, let's just put this. Oh, what is this number? That's simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This has to be 7, right? And that's 1. Okay. Oh, so puzzle is done, except this part. How to do shading? Oh, we know that this must be 6, right? That means this must be minus 1 because this is positive 7. So the only way is this is minus and this is plus. So yeah, so 12 plus 11, 23 minus 5. Yeah. So this must be dark now to avoid the pattern, and this must now meet this. So this must be dark, and that's where the puzzle ends. Wow. Uh, so that's great. That was really great puzzle by Sujoyku. See, basically what happens, right? Sometimes that just by reading the rule set, you figure out, you find that okay, this will be quite complicated, and also looking at the puzzle, so many clear cases are given. But once you just get the basics of things, then you figure out that okay, this is not a very complex puzzle, and actually it turns out to be very approachable and really I'll say user friendly puzzle because of these zeros, right? You can straight away say that all 1, 2, 3, 4 are gone, and then just by these killer cages, the way they were arranged, 9 is gone, 8 is gone, 7 is gone. I think this was really nice one. I mean, I like to see more of these by Sujoku. So, yeah, I hope you guys also like this puzzle. So, I'll stop here. Thank you very much, guys. And yeah, today is the 31st December. So, Happy New Year. Bye.